If it works in emergencies, it will work anywhere. We are the toughest proving ground in the world. And that is why the commercial sector who work with us respect us, because they know that if they can create proof of concept where we are, they will have a marketplace globally. Our journey here has been working with a manufacturer called SC Johnson. They are a very large company selling household products. And for them, the venture that they've come on with us has been one of a non-profit basis from day one. And in fact, we've had to work with them to encourage them on thinking through how to price this product and how to place it in different market segments, because we want it to be successful not just in the humanitarian world, where we want to have really easy access to it, but also for them to be able to support that non-cost access by having a segmented market. So working with them to generate a tool that was not just conceptual, but then became several generations of tool development, from something that was flimsy and very short-lasting in the very beginning to the two types of tool that we've been evaluating with Grand Challenge in Syria and in Yemen, has been a really exciting journey, because we've really informed what those tools have to look like and how they have to perform in the field. And at the same time, we've been working and learning with SC Johnson, what does it mean to take a product into a commercialized, accessible marketplace, not just a humanitarian distribution free of charge type tool, which is the setting of most people who work in humanitarian settings. But for us, we're super conscious that in order for anything we do as an investment over years of generating new health solutions, it has to have a pathway beyond the distribution that's free. Because people don't stay in the same setting, they go home, they need to be able to access this tool long after the humanitarian sector has moved away and their countries may be going to a level of development. They can now support buying their own goods. They need to be able to buy these tools in the same way as they would food. So working with the commercial sectors that are the fragments that have survived through war in Syria and have stayed credible and integral, those are our opportunities to work with local partners in Syria to put these products into a supply chain that they can get used to using, get used to marketing for an agreed price, and get used to a relationship with us before we hand them over to the manufacturer of the product as the sort of endpoint, the end game, where we fully commercialize the tool because it's in the system, people are used to buying it, and gradually they get used to paying the full price for it. And the distributors in the country get used to just having another tool in their product range that they supply to all their outlets. But the great gain is then anybody, anywhere in the country, can walk into a hardware store or a grocery store, see the products that we developed together with Grand Challenge during the course of a war, and can have them for in perpetuity. What better result could you get than that? How do you learn from relationships with private sector and the public sector for humanitarian implementation? It's a really key area, and particularly key now in a world of reduced funding. Traditionally, the public sector of humanitarian aid, NGOs, even UN agencies, have really had many have felt quite anti-private sector. They've even sort of labelled it out, but they're for profit. They're just making profit out of this, and we're not. And my argument with them from day one, many years ago when I was in WHO leading area control for emergencies, was get real, because they make their living producing products that we need to use. We make our living too using those products to benefit somebody else who needs that help. It's a partnership whether you like it or not. If you are in any way distant from the people who make the tools, you cannot complain when the tools don't work in your setting, or they don't have the characteristics you want. But by engaging with private sector, if you have a respectful relationship, they listen to what you're telling them is the context in which the tool needs to work. When you say you need to have it like this, or it would be better if it was like that, then you have a real opportunity that they're going to use that information, modify the tool, and give you what you need to deliver for an emergency setting. If it works in emergencies, it will work anywhere. We are the toughest proving ground in the world. And that is why the commercial sector who work with us respect us, because they know that if they can create proof of concept where we are, they will have a marketplace globally. The first proof of concepts we've worked on together, we've been able to do through this partnership for Syria and for Yemen, open the door straight away to American government funding. They've given us money to complement work we've been doing with Grand Challenge by adding on work in Yemen to test it in different contexts from the ones we were working on together, and then to expand that work into Nigeria as well. So at the end, we get a plethora of studies that are linked together, where we've got proof of concept this works for sandflies and leishmaniasis control in Syria, for Aedes mosquito control, which are the main dengue vectors for Yemen. And now we've completed with the unlocked funding from the US government, full proof that it works also for malaria and malaria vectors in northern Nigeria. That's really important because by proving it's a multi-vector, multi-disease control tool, that opens up the whole way forwards for the disease control community. In a setting where funding has been halved, this tool allows us to start thinking how to get more value out of a single tool for multiple disease control. And that's a very big value. So for us, it's been unlocking funding for further research. It's been unlocking funding in countries like South Sudan and northern Nigeria for deployment. And working with you, it's really unlocked our entry point into really proving what can be done in a country's new open commercial system after a regime change in Syria. How do you take innovative new tools into a commercial distribution system as well as free distribution where they're needed in humanitarian crisis? And we are the go-to people now for that. So it's unlocked both influence that we didn't have before, but it's helping us serve people that we came here to serve better.